Thank you for coming back to our channel, Legends Leaving. We honor the lives of American legends who have died in this film. Legendary people who made important contributions to their works and who sadly have died today. And in the last few days, we honor the lives of great people and legends who have died. We're sorry for the family and friends' loss. Peace out. First, though, we'd love it if you showed your love by liking this video and following the channel by subscribing. 6. English blues and rock singer, songwriter, and producer John Mayall was in the Hall of Fame. He started John Mayall and the Bluesbreakers in the 1960s. The band is known for having influential members and making important additions to the blues and blues rock genres. Mayall was a very skilled artist who could play many instruments. He was good at playing the guitar, harmonica, and keyboards. His career lasted for almost 70 years, making him one of the oldest musicians still working today. He was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2024 when he was 90 years old. He was given this honor for his musical greatness. Mayall had a huge effect on British blues music and is often called its godfather. Mayall was born on November 29, 1933 in Macclesfield, Cheshire, and grew up in Chittleholme. American blues pioneers like Lee Belly and Albert Ammons had an impact on his music. He taught himself how to play a number of instruments and tried to make a living as a musician while also working as an art designer. Mayall moved to London in 1963 after serving in Korea and bought his first electric guitar in Japan. He then turned his hobby into a full-time job as a musician and later designed the covers for his albums. In his early musical careers, he was in the Powerhouse Four and the Blues Syndicate, which led to his work with the Bluesbreakers. At the end of 1963, Mayall's band, the Bluesbreakers, started playing at the Marquis Club. This was the start of an important period in his career. The band had a rotating lineup that included famous players like Eric Clapton. They made important music and had a lot of success. Mayall worked with many acts, put on famous shows, and made important contributions to blues music over the course of his career. The album Along for the Ride from 2001 and the Unite for UNICEF show with Eric Clapton and Mick Taylor in 2003 are two of the best. Mayall broke up the Bluesbreakers in November 2008 so he could focus on his solo work. This led to a successful world tour and more records. John Mayall, the Blues Crusader, his biography published in 2015, went into great detail about his work. His autobiography, Blues from Laurel Canyon, My Life as a Bluesman, published in 2019, went into even more detail about his life and legacy. Even though Mayall had personal losses like a terrible house fire in 1979, he continued to have an impact on the blues scene. Long-term illness made things worse for him, and he died at home in California on July 22, 2024. His death marks the end of an age in blues music. He left behind a rich legacy that will continue to shape the style. 5. There was a famous Spanish actress and model named Teresa Gimpera Flocker who worked in films and on TV in the 1960s and 1970s. Teresa was born on September 21st, 1936, in Igualada in the city of Barcelona. She was the daughter of two dedicated teachers. Her formative years were spent in Barcelona's lively Sant Andreu neighborhood, a city that would have a big impact on her artistic path. In the beginning of her career, she jumped into advertising and worked for Leopoldo Pons. This first exposure made it possible for her to become an actress. The first movie Teresa was in was Fata Morgana, which came out in 1965. It was the start of a long and successful career. She became well known in Spanish films by starring in many films in the 1960s and 1970s and captivating viewers with her acting and screen appearance. Teresa's home life was just as busy as her work life. She got married to Octavio Sarcededas, who worked as an ad man at the Shakespeare Publishing House. They had 3 kids together, Mark, Job, and Joan. Their family was there for her through the good and bad times in her work. They got married again in 1990, this time to American star Craig Hill. Hill moved to Barcelona to find work in spaghetti westerns. They were married for 24 years, until Hill's death in April 2014, which shows how close they were and how much they helped each other. Teresa Gimpera Flocker died in Barcelona on July 23, 2024, after a long fight with cancer. She was 87 years old. 4. Richard Sandoval was an American professional boxer who was born on October 18, 1960 in Pomona, California. He was known for being very good in the bantamweight class. Sandoval started boxing when he was young, getting ideas from his famous title-fighting bigger brother, Alberto Sandoval. During his amateur career, Richard did a lot of great things, like getting a silver medal at the Pan American Games in Puerto Rico in 1979. He was also chosen for the U.S. Olympic team, which added to his image as a fine young boxer. Sandoval switched to professional boxing in 1980 and quickly became famous for how well he could use his skills and how he never gave up. On April 23, 1984, he beat the current champion, Jeff Chandler, to win the WBA and lineal bantamweight belts. This was his most important win. This win made him famous all over the world and cemented his place as one of the best bantamweight fighters of his time. Sandoval successfully protected his title several times, showing how skilled and tough he is in the ring. It all changed quickly for Sandoval, though, when he defended his title against Gaby Canizales on March 3, 1986. Sandoval was knocked out in the 7th round of a very rough fight. He then passed out in his locker room, which led to the discovery of a subdural hematoma. Because of this serious brain injury, he had to quit early at age 25, ending a career that was looking bright. Even after this setback, Sandoval stayed involved in boxing and worked as a trainer and mentor for young fighters. Richard Sandoval died on July 21, 2024. He left behind a legacy of hard work and fighting brilliance. His life is a mix of success and hardship, marked by the amazing things he did in the ring and the brave things he did when things got tough. The boxing community will always remember and honor Sandoval's contributions to the sport and to helping to train the next crop of boxers. 3. The singer Renee Hoy was born on December 31, 1930 in Ludwigshafen, Germany. She also goes by the stage name Erika Norden. Renee Hoy's early years in Germany after the war were hard and full of strength. She quickly became well known in the world of beauty pageants thanks to her stunning good looks and charm. She won the title of Miss Germany in 1952, which led to a job in the entertainment business around the world. Hoy went to Hollywood to try to make it as an actress under the name Erika Norden after winning beauty pageants. In 1953, she made her movie debut in Call Me Madam, which also starred Ethel Merman and Donald O'Connor. People were drawn to her beauty and acting skills, and she went on to star in several films in the 1950s. She played important parts in films like The Birds and the Bees 1956, Fraulein 1958, and The Rye Trail 1958. During the golden age of Hollywood, Hoy was known for her naturally beautiful performances and her ability to show a lot of different feelings. Even though Hoy was successful on TV, she had a lot of problems in her personal life. The pressures of Hollywood and her search for parts that were more than just typecast characters were big problems. In the early 1960s, after 10 years in the business, she chose to step away from the spotlight. After leaving the public eye, Hoy went back to Germany to live a more quiet life. Renee Hoy died on July 1, 2024. She was 93 years old. Her impact in the entertainment business shows how beautiful, talented, and determined she was. Hoy's journey from being a beauty queen in Germany to becoming an actress in Hollywood shows the struggles and successes that many women in the entertainment business went through in the middle of the 20th century. Fans of the actress and people who work in the movie business remember and honor her work in films and as a culture ambassador between Germany and the U.S. 2. Gene Peterson was born on June 29, 1940 in Houston, Texas. Gene Peterson was a respected figure in the world of sports broadcasting. He was best known as the famous voice of the Houston Rockets. Peterson has loved sports and broadcasting since he was a child. He went to the University of Houston to study media and communication to follow his dream. In the 1960s, he started working for different radio stations where he honed his skills and became known for having a unique voice and interesting comments. When Peterson became the play-by-play voice for the Houston Rockets in 1975, it was a big moment in his career. He would love and be great at this job for over 30 years. Fans of the Rockets loved him because of his deep, powerful voice and ability to bring the game to life. People loved Peterson's broadcast because he was enthusiastic, gave vivid descriptions, and knew a lot about the game. This made him a key part of the Rockets' identity. During Peterson's time with the Rockets, many important events happened, such as the team winning back-to-back NBA titles in 1994 and 1995. His calls during these important games became famous because they captured the excitement and joy of the wins. Along with his career accomplishments, Peterson was known for being kind, humble, and dedicated to his work. He helped a lot of young reporters learn their craft, and his influence will last for a long time. Gene Peterson died on July 21st, 2023, at the age of 83. He was one of the best sportscasters of all time and left behind a lot of great work. For Rockets fans and people who follow sports in general, his death marked the end of an era. People will always remember and appreciate Peterson's contributions to sports reporting and his role in making Rockets basketball exciting for many fans. His memory lives on through the many memorable events he told and the examples he set for people who want to become broadcasters. 1. Sheila Jackson Lee is a renowned American politician and a member of the Democratic Party. She was born on January 12, 1950, and she passed away on July 19, 2024. At the age of 74 years, she was born in Houston, Texas, United States, and she was born in Queens, New York. Jackson Lee was brought up in a household that placed a high emphasis on education and public duty, and she pursued her education with a lot of passion. She attended Yale University and received a Bachelor of Arts degree in political science. Also, she attended the University of Virginia School of Law and received a Juris Doctor degree. Her legal and political career began in Houston, Texas, where she served as a municipal judge and as an at-large member of the Houston City Council. Additionally, she attended the University of Houston. Jackson Lee was elected to the United States House of Representatives in 1995, and she has been serving as the representative for Texas's 18th Congressional District ever since. She has been in this position for almost 3 decades. For the entirety of her term in office, she has been a staunch supporter of reforms in the areas of civil rights, healthcare, and the criminal justice system. Jackson Lee, who is well known for her impassioned speeches and her active participation in legislative processes, has been instrumental in the passage of a number of important pieces of legislation, including initiatives to combat hate crimes, and offers assistance to those who have been affected by Hurricane Katrina. She has been subjected to criticism for her managerial style and high-profile clashes throughout her career, which has not been without its share of scandal. She continues to be a formidable presence in American politics, respected for her unwavering commitment to the issues she supports and the citizens she represents, despite the fact that she has this reputation. As a result of her lifelong career, which exemplifies her tenacity and commitment to public service, she is considered to be one of the most significant African-American women in the political arena of the United States. Through her persistent efforts to better the lives of individuals she represents and her considerable contributions to the national discussion on important issues, Jackson Lee has left a legacy that will be remembered for generations to come. Arnold Schwarzenegger is a versatile figure who is known for his accomplishments in the fields of bodybuilding, acting, and politics. He was born on July 30th, 1947 in Thal, Austria. The beginning of Arnold Schwarzenegger's meteoric ascent to popularity can be traced back to his extraordinary achievements in the sport of bodybuilding. He became a legend in the sport by winning the Mr. Olympia title 7 times. He became one of the most famous action actors of the 1980s and 1990s with films such as The Terminator, Predator, and Total Recall. His charisma and impressive physique led him to Hollywood, where he became one of the most successful individuals in the action film industry. Aside from his work in the entertainment industry, Arnold Schwarzenegger also entered politics and held the position of governor of California during the years 2003 to 2011. During his term, he made strong attempts to address both the issues of the economy and the issue of climate change. Schwarzenegger has struggled with major health problems despite his numerous accomplishments. He had a problem that he was born with, which required him to undergo heart surgery in 1997 in order to repair a damaged heart valve. Although the initial operation was successful, he was required to undergo a second heart operation in 2018 due to issues that arose during the surgery. Although he has been experiencing some difficulties with his health, Arnold Schwarzenegger has not let this prevent him from leading an active lifestyle and advocating for environmental and fitness concerns. Schwarzenegger's life has also been defined by personal issues such as his divorce from Maria Shriver in 2011, which generated a great deal of public attention due to the disclosures that he had been having an affair outside of his marriage. Well, he continues to be a resilient and prominent character, beloved for his contributions to the fields of bodybuilding, film, and public service, despite the fact that he has experienced numerous setbacks.